Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Put Me a Coach podcast and YouTube channel. My name is Herbert Finner, yes, and I am your host. Today, we will continue on our growth journey, and we're talking about gifts. Yes, we're talking about gifts. It's one thing that I haven't been able to get out of my head, and it's the alarming statistics of the 80% of people who go to work Monday morning and have heart attacks. That's just a statistic, a number, because I know that this number represents people who really value life, people who want to live, people who have families, and people who have dreams. And if you know anything about me and Put Me in Coach, you know that we believe two things. One, we believe that your dreams matter. And two, we believe that it's your story and you can rewrite it if you want to. So I've been talking about gifts. You know, there's a powerful proverb that says your gifts will make room for you and bring you before great men. So the question that I ask is, are your gifts making room for you? Are your gifts bringing you before great men? Are your gifts opening doors for you? Or are you going to work depressed? Are you waking up every morning with no sense of urgency and no sense of purpose? And maybe it has a lot to do, my friend, with you not walking in your gifts or understanding what your gifts are. So we're going to delve today into your gifts, how you can use your gifts. We want to talk about those gifts so that you, my friend, can live a purposeful and a meaningful life. Because once again, my friend, your dreams, it does matter. So what are your gifts? Your gift, as I defined it, are those unique abilities, your talents, and those qualities that makes you who you are. They can be anything from being a great listener, having artistic talent, problem solving, or your ability to just spread positivity, being an encouraging force to those that you come in contact with. I want you to think about your gifts today as a superpower. Yes, when you think about superheroes, you associate superheroes with special gifts and special talents. You know, and that's what makes them special. Their gifts and their talents. And without those gifts, without those special talents, they wouldn't be considered as a superhero. They wouldn't be considered as a superhero if they didn't use those special gifts and those special talents. So just think about your gifts today as being your superpowers. Those superpowers that set you apart. Those superpowers that when you begin to tap into those superpowers, you begin living your life with purpose. But the key, my friend, is to first recognize your gifts. So I want you to ask yourself a question. What are the things that you are naturally good at? Yes, we identifying your gifts. So what are some of the things that you are naturally good at? And I have a list, of some of the gifts, that you may be able to identify with. Some people have the gift of empathy. Some people have the gift of communication. Some people have natural leadership gifts, and some people have the gift of listening. You have those who have the gift of humor. Yes, you have those who always, bring joy, to a dull moment. You have those who have the gift of patience, those who have the gift of problem solving and the gift of kindness. You have those who have the gift of organization, the gift of intuition and courage, the gift of adaptability and generosity, the gift of optimism and teaching and mentoring, the gift of resilience and curiosity, the gift of hospitality and gratitude, the gift of spirituality or inner peace, the gift of physical strength and energy. Some people have gifts of storytelling, gifts of loyalty. So what are the things that you are naturally good at. The things that doesn't really require a lot of effort from you because you're naturally good at. So we're trying to understand what our gifts are because we want our gifts to open up doors for us. We want our gifts to make room for us. The next question is, what activities make you lose track of time? What do you do? What do you find yourself doing? And when you do these things, you just lose track of time. Like for me, for example, speaking, talking, teaching, training. I can be on this YouTube, in teaching and training, and this is a gift that I have, a passion that I have that I can actually lose track of time. Studying, researching, a passion that I have. I actually can lose track of time just talking to people, counseling people, lose track of time. So what activities make you lose track of time? Because this may very well give you an indication of what your gifts are. And the next question is, what do people often compliment you on? Yes, that's another way that can help you to identify what your gifts are. What are some of the things that people help to compliment you on? I mean, you may have that attitude of gratitude. You may be good at telling stories. You may be good at making things that are complex, making those things simple. You may, be good at just caring for people, listening to people, being creative, being innovative. But what are some of the things that people compliment you on? And the reason that they're complimenting you on these things because they recognize it in you. But do you recognize it? Do you recognize it as maybe this is a gift that I have? A gift to be able to, connect with people, the gift to be able to get in the middle of situations and bring a peaceful solution and resolution. The gift to be able to have hospitality, to care for people and nurture people. We're talking about those things that you're naturally good at, that people compliment you on. What are your gifts, my friend? Your gifts is your unique abilities. Your gifts is your talent and those qualities, my friend, that make you who you are. Your unique qualities, your talents, those are your gifts. And are you operating in those gifts? Because when you begin to operate in those gifts, you shouldn't be sad. You shouldn't be depressed, but you should be excited. You should be excited because you're doing something that you're gifted to do. You're doing something that you're passionate about. You're doing something that's naturally innate. It's in you, my friend, to do it. Your gifts, my friend, is your special powers. It's what makes you a superhero. It's what makes you someone else's superhero because they can rely on your gift. They can depend on your gift. They can depend on your power to help them to get to where they're trying to go in life, to help them to overcome some of the challenges and struggles that they face. That's what a superhero does. A superhero is one who comes to the rescue of another by using his gifts, by using his talents. And that's what you are. You have superpowers. And your superpowers, my friend, are your gifts. And your gifts will allow you to come to somebody's rescue and help them to overcome some of the challenges that they face that they wouldn't be able to overcome by themselves because they don't have your strength. They don't have your power. They don't have your gift. And your gift, my friend, your gift don't have to be something grand. Your gift don't have to be something flashy. Sometimes it can be something that is real subtle, but it has a lot of power. It has a lot of power. You ever watch superheroes, coming up, thinking about all the different superheroes, and everyone had a unique gift. Everyone had unique powers. And all their unique gifts and powers, it would set them apart. And there were times where, they would be separated and Everybody would do their own thing. And then there came a time where they had series where all these superheroes would come together. And they started using their gifts together to be able to fight off bigger problems that they were not able to fight off by themselves. Because even though their gifts were powerful and effective, there are certain gifts and talents that's only as powerful as the ones that are accompanying your gifts, the ones that are supporting you in your gifts. Because you're not going to be good at everything. But the things that you are good at, my friend, those things are going to allow you to make a difference. Doing something that makes a difference with people who are making a difference at a time that makes a difference. And there's always a time to make a difference. It doesn't matter where you work. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter the environment that you're in. When you have gifts and you have talents, your gifts is going to open up doors for you. Your gifts is going to find a way. It's going to find a way because that's what gifts does. Gifts are going to create an opportunity. I was able to use my gifts in prison. Yes, I was able to sharpen my tools in prison. I actually understood my gifts while I was in prison. So it doesn't matter, where you at, my friend, because your gifts can be used in any environment. You just have to know it. You just have to believe it. And you have to understand the power behind your gifts and the effectiveness of the gifts when you use it. So the first thing that we talk about is, what are your gifts? Write them down. Do you know what they are? Yeah, share it in the comments. Share it in the comments. I want to know, what are your gifts? And how are you using those gifts? And the second thing we want to talk about is why using your gifts, it matters. Why using your gifts matters. When we use our gifts every day, it's not just a feel-good exercise. It's not something, that we go out to do because we feel good, because we're really excited about doing it every day. No, that's not what it's about. But when you use your gifts is a direct path to living a fulfilling life. Your gifts is a direct path to living a joyful life and a purposeful life. And here's why. The first thing is that your gifts, it brings meaning. When you use your gifts, you're naturally aligning with your higher purpose. And everything you do feels more meaningful. Yes, when you use your gift, you're aligning with a higher purpose. When I use my gift to speak, when I use my gift to encourage, when I use my gift to inspire, when I use my gift to motivate, I'm aligning myself with a higher purpose. And that purpose is God's purpose. That purpose is to make the world a better place. That purpose is to make my community a better place, is to make my family a better place. That's what that purpose is. So your gifts, when you understand your gifts, it brings meaning. It brings us meaning. And then it allows us, my friend, to align with a higher purpose. So how does your gift, how does it align with a higher purpose? How does your gift, my friend, give you meaning? How does it give you meaning? How does your gift allow you to know that you are in line with what God has called and created you to do? So why using your gift matters? The second thing is that your gift, it boosts confidence. When you operate from a place of strength, your self-esteem, it begins to skyrocket. I mean, it's nothing like operating in your space of strength. When you operate in your strength zone, you feel invincible. And that's what superheroes do. Superheroes operate in their strength. And every superhero, they have a weakness. And they don't operate in their weakness. That's why it's called a weakness. But every superhero, they operate in their strength. I think about, the Incredible Hulk. In Incredible Hulk, he had a superpower, and his superpower was strength. His superpower, was being strong, being invincible. That was his superpower. But how did he identify his superpower? How was his superpower revealed? Through anger. When he got mad, when he got angry, it unlocked and unleashed that power that was in him. When he got mad and when he turned into the Incredible Hulk, it boosted his confidence. But prior, to him turning into the Incredible Hulk, he was just a natural man. Not just a natural man, but just a humble man. A man that's on his journey, right? Just like you, just like I, a man that's on this journey, a man that's on his way. And then situations happen and he finds himself angry. And his saying is, don't make me angry. You won't like me when I'm angry. And when he became angry, it skyrocketed his gift. It boosted his confidence. So a natural man at one point who felt like he defenseless, a natural man who feel like he's powerless and helpless, but there's something inside of him that when you activate it, when you irritate it, he turns into something else. What do you turn into when your gifts are being activated? Because I know that, when I'm in my strength zone, I turn into a whole different animal. I mean, once I turn it on, it's hard for me to turn it off because it's my strength zone. It's something that I'm passionate about. It's something that I'm good at. Is it something that I'm great at? No, because there's always room for me to get better. But I know that when I'm operating in my gifts, I know that it matters. When I'm operating in my gifts, my friend, it makes all the difference. So when you operate in your gift, it's going to help you, my friend, to boost your confidence. And you need that confidence. You need confidence, in the world where there's challenges, in the world, where there's struggle, in the world where there's so much pessimistic attitudes and mindset. You need that confidence. And you should have that confidence in what? In your gifts, in your abilities, in your talents, in your strengths, my friend. Have that confidence when you go to work in the morning. Have that confidence when you leave out the house. The confidence, my friend, to use your gift in a way that's going to transform somebody else's life. The third thing, why your gift matters is it improves relationships. So when you share your gifts with other people, it allows other people to experience your light. That's what it means. It improves your relationship. And that's why even Jesus said, you are the light of the world. He said, you're the light of the world. So when you think about light, we think about light. Light dispels darkness. When you bring light, it takes away the darkness. And that's what light does. So imagine yourself as being light, walking into a dark situation, walking into a dark relationship, a job that is dark, but you're light. And when there is light, darkness can't remain. When there's light, darkness must flee. So when you operate as light, you improve relationships by allowing your gifts to affect people and touch people in a powerful way. So being that light, being that salt, being that city that's set upon a hill allows you to improve relationships. You're that salt of the earth. So you should know that you have the ability to improve relationships because of the gifts that you have. Ask yourself, how can I improve relationships using my gifts? How can I use my superpowers today to save somebody? How can I use my superpowers today even to save myself? Yes. Because the next thing is that your gift, it creates impact. Yes, your gifts, it creates impact. So your gifts, my friend, aren't just for you. So when we live a purposeful life, your unique contributions inspire and they uplift other people's. And it creates a ripple effect that benefits the world. So your gifts, it has an impact, my friend. When you looked at the superheroes, you know, their gifts, it wasn't just for self-satisfaction, but their gifts, when used in a purposeful way, it contributed and it inspired and it uplifted others. It uplifted the community. Using your gifts, my friend. You know, using, your superpowers. And we talk about, what some of those gifts are. The gifts of gratitude and hospitality, storytelling, the gifts of loyalty and organization, the gifts of intuition and courage, and the gifts of adaptability and generosity, the gifts of optimism and teaching and resilience and curiosity, the gifts of empathy and creativity and leadership and listening, the gift of humor. Yes, it goes on and on and on, my friend. And you have those gifts. You have those superpowers. So we talked about what are your gifts. We talked about why using your gifts matters. And the next thing that we're going to talk about is how to use your gifts every day. How to use your superpowers every day. The first thing that we want to do, start small, but be intentional. Don't wait for the perfect moment, my friend, to use your gift. Every day is an opportunity to incorporate them in a simple way. Every day. It doesn't matter, once again, where you're at. You might be on a bus stop. You might be on a bus. You might be at work. Wherever you find yourself at, it's always an opportunity for you, my friend, to use your gift. So I'm going to give you an example of starting small and being intentional. So just imagine if you are a great communicator, right? Maybe it's starting the day with encouraging text to a friend. That's your gift, communication. Starting your day encouraging somebody, inspiring somebody. Starting your day with, encouraging social media posts. Because that's what you are. Your gifts is communication. Your gifts is creativity. Carve out some time, to write and do some designing. Start small, but be intentional. Yes, start small. Do something where you can use your gift today. But first, identify what those gifts are and understand the importance of those gifts. But now you have to use it. How can I use my gift to make today a better day? How can I use my gift to make my environment better, to make the world a better place? The next thing is align your gifts with your purpose. Always heard that if you find your passion, you find your purpose. And the gifts, my friend, is to help you to fulfill your purpose. But how do you know what your purpose is? And a great way to know, my friend, is to ask yourself, what problems do you feel like you need to solve? That's your purpose. What problem do you feel that you've been called, to solve? One of my gifts is ministry. And one of the problems, that I've been called to solve is to minister to people. It's to give people the gospel. It's to give people the truth. That's one of the gifts that I have. That's one of the problems that I've been called to solve. Another one of the problems that I've been called to solve is to be a resource. Because it's been said that those who are closest to the problem are closest to the solution, but furthest from the resource. So I've been called, to be a resource for people who have problems, but they don't have solutions. So I've been called to use my gifts to bring about solutions to people's problems. The next thing is, how do I want to contribute to the world? So we're talking about aligning your gift with your purpose. How do you want to contribute to the world? What type of impact do you want to have on the world? How do you want to use your gift to contribute to the world? Do you want to feed the homeless? Do you want to provide for people who don't have? Do you want to help children? Do you want to help the elderly? Do you want to help people who are sick? Do you want to help people with their finances? Do you want to help people in their spirituality? Do you want to help people in their mental awareness and their mental health? How do you want to contribute to the world? How do you want to make the world a better place? So once you have clarity of what those gifts are, then align your gifts to that purpose. Align your gifts to the purpose. My gift to speak, my gift to teach, my gift to counsel. I use those gifts, and those gifts are in alignment with my purpose. And that purpose is to make a difference, doing something that makes a difference, with people who are making a difference at a time that makes a difference. That's my purpose. My purpose is to encourage people that it's not too late to rewrite their story and that their dreams matter. That inspired picture of their future, it in fact matters. Talking about aligning our gifts with our purpose. I went to school and I got my degree in business leadership. And everything that I do, everything that I speak on is about adding value to people. It's about helping people to become better. That's how I use my gifts. So we're talking about aligning your gifts with your purpose. Now, what if your gifts is empathy? When you have the gift of empathy, it means that you have been called to support people, through tough times. You may have the gift of storytelling, being able to tell stories to inspire change. But you do have a gift, my friend. And you should use your gift every day. You should be intentional about using your gift every day. Remember, start small, but be intentional. Align your gifts with your purpose. And the next thing is share your gifts with others. Let your gifts shine bright when you share them with others. Look for opportunities every day to be of service. Because that's what it means, for those who are ministers. Ministers mean servant. It doesn't matter, what position you have, what title you have. You may be a director, you might be a manager, you might have a leadership title. All these titles simply means serve. That's all they mean. It's just in how you serve, the different ways that you serve. So you should look for ways to share your gifts with somebody today. Don't wait for the big moments, but embrace the small ones. Look for the opportunities. Compliment somebody and be sincere. Help a colleague with a task that you're good at. Offer some advice or guidance to someone who can benefit from your wisdom. But use your gift. And your gift, my friend, is going to open up doors for you. And it's going to bring you before great men. And we're going to stop right here today. And tomorrow we're going to finish this lesson. And we'll finish tomorrow and we'll talk about overcoming blocks to using your gifts. And we're going to talk about the ripple effect of you living with your purpose. You don't want to miss these lessons because they're going to be life-changing. Hit the bell, subscribe to this channel. Subscribe, my friend, to this channel so you will not miss these lessons. Also, if you want to go to another level, you're looking, for a coach, you're looking for someone, a mentor, reach out. Go to my website, www.putmeincoaches.com. I have tons of resources, my friend, for you. Resources that's going to help you to understand your gifts, your talents. If you need some one-on-one coaching to help you to identify your gifts and how to use your gifts and your talents, once again, reach out to me, putmeincoaches.com. Once again, my friend, we believe in two things. One, we believe that your dreams matter. And when I say dreams, I'm talking about that inspired picture of your future. And two, we believe that it's your story and you, my friend, can rewrite it if you want to. Y'all be great today. Y'all be inspired today. Be intentional today and allow your gifts to make room for you and bring you before great men.